Hello everyone, welcome to External Star channel. Today I have the pleasure of unboxing and reviewing this 1:18 scale model by GT Spirit. It's a very nice Porsche limited edition and I'm already curious what will be inside. It's a black color, my favorite color actually. So let's first unbox it and then review it. Okay, so the first step would be really to remove here the tape, which is quite long, but this is something I can manage. Okay, then take this box and you can already see here the picture of this Porsche. So yes, it's pretty nice. This box is this typical GT Spirit box, with not so many details, but at least there is a picture. So if you are stacking those boxes next to each other, then you will always know what is inside thanks to this picture. So this is, I think, one good feature of the boxes, that you have this picture always at hand. Okay, so then let me just use here the tool to open the box. One side. Okay, so this is now upside down, so I need to make sure that it's really now what it should be. Okay, great. So this side is the top side, and actually you can see here we have two screws on the box. So let me first check what is actually in the box. So I also need to remove here the tape. Okay, so one side, and now also the other side. Tape is gone. So now, for the first time in history, I will be checking this model. Okay, removing the top. Okay. Oh, it's actually not really black, it's dark blue, and it looks, wow, it looks pretty nice.
And I was actually then checking what is this Amazon green, and if you search it on Google, then you will have those results. So really a different green color. But then if you search specifically for Porsche Amazon green, you will already get the right results. So here the color is exactly the same like the color of the model. Actually, my only issue is that I'm probably colorblind, because for me this is still more blue than green, so I don't understand why they call it Amazon green. For me it's Amazon blue, but anyway.
Especially there is a wiper in the back. I will show it to you later. The wiper is quite something unusual on sports cars, but of course I will check it all. Okay, it's pretty heavy considering how small it is, but you know what? I will first put this cover back. I will remove the screws, and then I will again take it out of the styrofoam box. Okay, so one here, second one here. Yeah, I think that's enough. Now, sometimes I just turn it upside down, but here, okay, this is okay. So, very carefully, my dear friends, and I will now put it here. Amazing, I don't need a box anymore. So yes, wow. Okay, there was a little bit of dust, but other than that, I think it was pretty clean. It's polished. I mean, the paint is without any fingerprints, which is something I really appreciate. Maybe you remember last time when I was reviewing this Auto Art model, I had some fingerprints on the glass, but here it looks like it's perfect and flawless. So something really I appreciate when there are no fingerprints. Okay, so this is a very nice Porsche. Let me just use my turning table. Alright, so while this model car is slowly turning, I'm now checking all the details of this Porsche 911, and oh, it's quite nice. So why don't we start directly here in the front? I will just pause here the turning table and show you here what we have here in the front. So I think you already noticed that we have quite a nice logo here. That's the Porsche logo emblem, very nicely done. This decal is quite nice. We also have the headlights, and I also like them, how they are actually done, very nice. And here is the bumper, a license plate. Actually here, this is something that I would maybe change or customize later on, because the license plate is empty. So there is only this black piece, but no license plate. So usually on all other models that I have either some numbers, real license plate, a combination of letters and numbers, and of course the country. Most of them are German, or some of them have the car name on the license plate instead, but this one is completely empty, so it can be customized. You can put whatever you want there. So usually you can print it out and then put it there as a sticker. Okay, then we have actually some other details here. So the turning lights, also nicely done. And then we have the side mirrors, actually reflective, so you can see your own image there if you have a look. And that's very nice. And from the side, actually, sometimes I'm also testing the glass, because sometimes it's not that thick. Wow, very solid and thick glass in the front. So this windshield is very solid. It surprised me a little bit, because usually this one is thin, but here it's very thick. So on the side, a bit thicker. In the back also very solid. So I think there was some significant improvement. I remember some resin cars, they usually had very thin glass, and it was very easy to damage it, but here it's quite solid, almost like on diecast models. By the way, this one is full resin, so you cannot really open anything. It's fully closed, fully sealed, but you have quite many details, not only outside but also inside in the interior. The paint, I would say this is already a standard, but on GT Spirit models the paint is always perfect. I have no issue with that. Sometimes on resin cars I have really issues with the glass, but here there are no overlaps, no gaps. I mean, this is perfectly done. The quality control here did a really good job, so no major issues, no small issues, no issues at all. Okay, and then we have the wipers here. This is what I already told you, so now nice wipers here, but then we have also one in the back. This wiper in the back is quite unusual, at least for me. I haven't seen so many sports cars with a wiper here. Maybe it's on family cars, but if you are driving really fast in a sports car like this, then usually there is no rain on this rear window, because you are driving so fast that the water is just washed away automatically by the wind. Okay, in the back actually there is this big, huge, enormously large it's a wing, rear wing, and it's also typical for this Porsche 911 turbo. This one is 3.3 liters, and it's, I must say, quite nicely done. So also here there are some exhaust details. There is this name of the car on the undercarriage, and that's quite it. Usually there are not so many other details. Okay, so what else? So maybe now the door handles. The door handles are here. It's a separate piece of plastic. It looks quite okay. but I usually review also the wheels. And now I will go to the camera. Now we want to see some details, yeah, of course. So here, the wheels, they look quite okay. And you can see the brake caliper, you can see the brake disc. On this brake disc, there is a Porsche sign. Now when we go to the front, I think it's exactly the same, yeah. So there's this Porsche logo in the middle, 5 screws, brake caliper, brake disc, and actually this is real rubber, so this is nice. Yeah, so other than that, I mean, this is a very beautiful car. Maybe now let me show you also a bit of the interior of this car. Yeah, it's hard to see that because of course I can't open anything. So let me maybe zoom in a little bit. No, it's so difficult to show you guys. Yeah, so since this is closed, fully closed, it's very difficult, especially if there is such a reflection. It's quite difficult to show you what is inside, but believe me, there are quite many details there. Yeah, so here this is how it looks like. So when we have this closer look, and once again, maybe let me show you like this. Yeah? So one more attempt to show you the interior. Okay, maybe from this angle you can see something. Yeah, okay, that's all I can do at the moment. So very cool. Okay, so actually what I have here now is this GT Spirit Ford Mustang. It's my favorite GT Spirit model until now in 1:18 scale, and I love it because of the color. And now I want to show you those two models next to each other, and why I am doing actually this, to compare the size. Yeah, so in the past sports cars were a bit smaller, and also this Porsche 911, yeah, it's actually much smaller than this massive Ford Mustang, and yeah, it's just such a huge difference. Yeah, so if you have them now side by side, you can see that this one is almost, I don't know, in reality like 50-60 centimeters longer. It's also much taller, and yeah, this is just another proof that Porsche sports cars are not that huge, especially not this one. And yeah, it's actually with 4 seats, unbelievable. So even in this car, it has 2 doors, but inside you have 4 seats. So the same like this one, but I mean, this Ford Mustang would be probably more comfortable. Now let me also show you the rear of the cars to compare them a little bit. And you see that here, like the rear of the car is also quite small, narrow, and here it's much more massive and huge. Yeah, so just another thing to remember. So now I will again use this turning table. Okay, where is the turn on button? Perfect. So now just somehow I actually like when I can show you multiple models, yeah, not only one, but also compare it to something else. But usually all my models are stored in a shelf behind a thick glass, so I don't want to remove them. But now I have this green one here with me. What a good coincidence, because they are both GT Spirit, and I must say that this one surprised me a little bit because the quality of the windshield is improved, and overall it looks pretty nice. So you see that it's really something great. Yeah, okay, so I think that's it. If you would have any questions regarding this specific Porsche model, just write them down to the chat. I will try to answer them. If not, then thank you for watching as always, and see you next time. Bye bye. Now only time for the final rating. So yes, Porsche 911, bye.